Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? Today is a quick video on the cost of living in Adelaide. I did a video 3 years back talking about the different parameters and the costing of those factors. And all those parameters have had a significant change over the last just 2, 3 years. I was surprised myself when I came this time. And I thought if any of you are watching that video and you'd be here keeping that as the base cost, you'd be in for a real shock and you'd be like, what is this lady been talking about, So I thought I'll quickly just do a revision of all those costs and how they appear to be at this point in time. The first factor obviously would be the most important one, which is the rentals. I mentioned previously that rental for a two-bedroom unit at that point in time, the range of the rental was about $250 to $350 per week. Now, that same thing, the rental for a similar unit of two-bedroom would probably cost somewhere around $350 to $400 per week if it's a decent accommodation. I don't know if you can find anything in cheaper than that. So yeah, $350 to $450 is the bare minimum per week that you need to keep in mind. The utility bills, which were your gas, electricity, and water bills, what I mentioned before was about $200 for your gas every 3 months. Just make that at least $250 now. I mentioned $250 for your electricity bills every 3 months. I'd say make it $300 to $350. Obviously, that does depend on your consumption and your particular household and stuff. But yeah, it would also not be $250 for a family of three for 3 months. Water bill, you can again increase. It was $200 that I said before 3 years back. Make it $250 now every 3 months. Broadband, I think, has remained pretty much the same. I was paying $60 per month for the internet broadband. I think I'm now paying $70. I'm not sure if it's because of an increase in the price or maybe it's just a different provider. I'd like to say have $10 per month extra factored in for broadband connection. Mobile phone has remained the same, thank God. So I am still on that prepaid number and I was paying $30 every month for a recharge and I'm still doing $30 recharge. I think you can be mindful, do a bit of a research because I've heard some other people are paying slightly lower than that. But yeah, I don't think, as in $30 on an average every month is a good idea. Groceries, oh my God, this is one thing has been shocking me. And worse is you need to do grocery shopping at least once every week because there are perishable items. So literally every week I go through this. What has happened? So I used to pay about $150 for a lavish grocery every week. And that same thing has become at least $200 to $250, which is just the same number of people again, one and a half. And it's at least, $200 to $250 every week. Everything about groceries, whether it's, basic milk bottle, bread, everything's cost has increased in the last 2, 3 years. Car registration, I think, has remained on the same lines. And as I had mentioned even before, that car registration obviously greatly depends on the kind of car you've got in the model and stuff like that. But I'm paying pretty much the similar, which is inclusive of the insurance. I am paying about $230 every quarter, every 3 months. School fees, I don't think it has increased much. Maybe I'm just in a different area. So it has increased slightly for me. My daughter is still going to a public school. So I was paying about $250 annually. Now I'm paying $350. So I'd like to believe it has increased slightly. It's not that big a pinch, but yes, it is $350. So now if you want to put your child into a primary or a secondary school, I'd like you to factor in $350 to $450 annually. That's probably going to be the cost in the fee structure. My daughter doesn't go to kindergarten anymore, thank God. She does need OSH, which is the outside school care facility. That cost has also increased. I hope it's not just because it's a different school. I think it has increased. So from $25 for both morning and evening that I used to pay at that time, it has now become $40 every day. So that's different. The vacation care, again, guys, if you think I'm rushing and you don't understand these parameters, I will link my previous video because I had kind of explained all these parameters a little more in detail then. So OSH, which is the vacation care, I used to pay $50 every day. Now it is about $65 to $70 every day. So that cost has also increased. Private health insurance, because I was eligible for Medicare this time around, so I have not yet taken private health insurance myself. I would probably in the next couple of months, but at least the basics are now covered under Medicare for me. So I wouldn't want to comment on the private health insurance because I haven't taken that myself. Another significant difference or factor is in the fuel. So I used to, fill a $30 petrol in my car every week, 3 years back. And now it is minimum $60 every week. So almost double. That's my personal observation. In fact, I think now my traveling is not as much. I used to go to work every day then. Now I still do a few days work from home, but there's nothing less than $60 every week that I'm spending in the car fuel. So yeah, so the talks that you must have heard about increase in cost of living and things like that. That is true. It has become a bit more expensive before. Um, yeah, so factor in all these costs. I think these are the bare minimum things that you need to know that I cover. Obviously, if there are more things, you might want to explore further. All right. Thank you so much. See ya.